Hi, I'm Dima Balaik. I've always wanted to have my own home. And since I have been involved with the production for more than 8 years, we make high-quality children's furniture. We decided to make this house with our own hands, on our own. We use digital architecture and digital production to remove errors altogether and get a high-quality product, which, well, is simply not available on the Ukrainian market. I'll show you. The walls are made of plywood. The supporting structures are all also made of plywood. I generally think that plywood is the second material after metal in terms of strength. It is made of layers, and each layer is made with a variable direction of fibers, which adds rigidity to it. Bridges and planes are made of plywood. This is generally a unique and very cool material. Yes, the plywood will withstand the TV, and we will have a 100-liter boiler hanging in the bathroom just on plywood. We use a point foundation. Its advantages: it is not capacious in money. It can be placed on any surface, on any slope. Compared there with a ribbon foundation or compared with a filler plate, it is much cheaper. Again, we do not spend money on waterproofing. It is not necessary to isolate the house from water. He stands above the ground. I didn't know about this technology. I started looking for, monitoring, which technology to use to build without errors, without people monitoring, quality control, recruitment of employees and the like. Here, and it was we who found the English technology, contacted the guys in England. They let us use it. And, in general, we started our project. In fact, the guys are trying to make the fourth industrial revolution. And they came up with this technology for what? So that no matter where you are, you can take a flash drive with your project that you have made, put it in the computer and do your duty without mistakes. It's just really cool. It will stand for 150 years without question. As for the windows, we used, well, since we are Ukrainian manufacturers ourselves, we are very supportive of our guys. Here we used the 70s thicknesses of the OpenTech profile of our Ukrainian production. We used 2-chamber glasses. They have, well, if you look, you'll see that they reflect that. They have protection from the sun. They do not let heat through in summer and do not release heat in winter, in autumn. That is, it is very comfortable with these windows and they have a great price. We used accessories, well, unfortunately, ours is not. We use the Winehouse fittings from a German manufacturer. There are anti-burglar pairs here. This window cannot be opened with a screwdriver. I came to them, looked like this. They gave me a crowbar, I opened a simple window in 9 seconds. And as statistics show, if a burglar does not manage to open a window quickly and quietly, she, as a rule, is millet. That's why we put it here and you can come, see it, touch it, try to break it. I'm building this house for myself. And I don't want to overpay for utilities. Therefore, we messed up with thermal insulation, with its thickness. And this house will be heated by 2 inverter air conditioners with Wi-Fi control. Do you want to save money? The house supports +8 in automatic mode. You come back from Egypt, turn on the temperature in your phone and arrive, you have Egypt or Tashkent here again. Our thermal insulation is like this, 25 centimeters. The communal apartment will please. Look, we use cellulose for insulation. This is recycled paper. It is eco-friendly, mice do not live in it, it does not burn, there is added salt in it, these are anti-foam. We fill it up by blowing it out, which excludes any cold bridges, passes. There is no need to control the builders, constantly come and watch how they do it. The main thing to understand is that this is not a country frame house. This is a house for year-round living. It is warm, it has a saw, there is water. And most importantly, we now have problems with gas supply, electricity supply. when people pay $1,000 per kilowatt of connection. It is very important that it is economical. Gas is not needed here at all. Electricity to this house is enough for the eyes. The area of 40 square meters, which, as I have already said, we heat with 2 inverter air conditioners, but since it is sealed, it is also important to think about ventilation. We will use point recuperators, which retain up to 83% of the heat. That is, in winter we do not throw out warm air and do not take cold air. Here we will have a kitchen. The kitchen has a wash basin and, as all women really like, the Moanic is opposite the window. My wife is very happy with this decision, and when you wash, for example, dishes, you can look out the window, and not stand in the corner as a punishment. I also wanted to tell you about the materials that I use. Savings, but it should be reasonable. And I thought, in general, I build a house once and for myself. Therefore, we use a vapor barrier of the company Utah, Tachevskaya vapor barrier. Because most foremen say let's save money, put the gray one. It costs 300 hryvnia per roll, but it crumbles after 4 years in the walls, so we don't want to. We also use a good quality diffusion membrane for the roof. It is not worth saving on this is a one-time investment and it should be of high quality. Yes, if we consider the technology of SIP panels there, which are also being built there quite quickly. But I had 2 criteria that I definitely said no to. This is what USB is used there. It is not durable, it is afraid of moisture, it swells. And the second, of course, is that foam is used there, but it is not environmentally friendly, it is a fire hazard. That is, from a burning house, these panels can be left through the window of the 2nd floor, in reality, go down. I didn't want to do that. I have a friend who bought a frame house, but he didn't control it just. He's been doing that for 5 years, he's been doing repairs this year. It started with the fact that this red house stood on the foundation, good waterproofing was not done, its floors rotted after a year. That is, but it was even more or less good that the developer turned out to be cultured. He said, we'll redo it for you, but to live, he says, to live in a house without floors when it is being repaired, in my opinion, he says, to put it mildly, trash, it's not even a repair. We will have the issue of flooding excluded from us, because we are standing at a height. The issue of sewerage, we have all one-piece joints that are in the wall, made by pressing. These are not fittings, but if she has a press. You know, they crush him with a press and that's it, all these that don't have access, they go directly to the comb. That is, the wiring is done from the comb to each tap, we don't have any hidden connections. We have ruled it out altogether in principle, and that's why I think it will be the coolest house on the market. Another advantage is that we use plywood. We are saving on cladding here. If there is a desire, of course, you can use drywall, well, who likes it, you can paste wallpaper, but we'll leave the plywood. This is a very cool Scandinavian design. We'll show you later how it will look with furniture. The only thing we will need to do here is a floor covering. We will use vinyl laminate, it is not afraid of water and it is easy to follow. Put the house, laid the floor. Everything. I stopped by 2 weeks ago and forgot to tell you, a big plus is logistics. The whole house arrives in 1, maximum 2 cars. The workers who collected it, the crew, they said they wouldn't have believed it if they hadn't unloaded it themselves. That he came in the same car. Plus what? It can be used for business. They are quickly installed. We will mount a town there in a month from 5 to 7 houses there. This is also not a problem. If a person has a ready-made plot, an ideal lawn, he has to plant construction, well, it's just a nightmare. It can be used as a guest house. Who wants to take their parents, bring them to themselves? It's super comfortable, super warm, economical, and fast. Guys, I wanted to specially show you this house at the stage just like it is. Because the problem of buying ready-made houses is like a candy problem. You look at the beautiful packaging, you don't see what's inside. Therefore, next time we will show it as a candy, but you will know what is inside and already look at the ready-made options. Thank you, good luck to everyone. Look, we are basically ready to make this turnkey house for people in 2 weeks. Awesome.